beginning the bulletin with an update coming across from the Valley and the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, where the Gupkar Alliance has now released a press note after the meeting that was held last evening. The statement reads, and I quote, the Gupkar Alliance has reiterated its commitment to fight together to reverse the unconstitutional and unacceptable changes foisted on the people of Jammu and Kashmir on the 5th of August 2019, using all constitutional, legal and political means at its disposal. The PAGD's struggle for undoing these changes will continue as long as it takes while striving to achieve this objective as early as possible, unquote. Gursimran is joining us live this afternoon. Let me straight away go across to him. Gursimran, there has been a very visible change in the outlook as far as the PAGD is concerned, because right before the meeting of the Prime Minister, they had a completely different take, even if we mentioned what Dr. Farooq Abdullah had to say and what Mehbooba Mufti was speaking. What has changed in the last 10 days?
See, Amita, this is usual. This is the statements that are given in New Delhi and the statements in the Kashmir Valley. Some major outcomes of this is that they are now again saying that we will strive hard to restore to undo what happened on August 5, 2019. Second is they are now saying that they are disappointed by the all-party meeting outcome that Prime Minister Narendra Modi called, and they said there has been no release of prisoners or the atmosphere that was built by the...
Just stay on with us. Just stay on with us as we are trying for multiple reactions right now. Kavinder Gupta ji of the BJP is with us on the phone line. Kavinder Gupta ji, आपको लग रहा है कि गुपकार अलायंस बैक टू स्क्वायर वन पहुंच गया है? क्योंकि पहले कभी ऐसा लगता है कि बीच में उनके डिफरेंसेस हैं, बाद में ऐसा लगता है कि सारे सेम पेज पर है, और आखिर है या नहीं? अगर जहां तक उनकी बात कही जाए, बिकॉज दे आर स्टिल डिमांडिंग दैट द रेस्टोरेशन उनकी करी जाए, जहां तक स्टेटहुड का सवाल है, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर को जो पहले था वही स्थिति को वापस उसी में वापस बुलाया जाए।
देखिए, जब ये प्राइम मिनिस्टर की मीटिंग से बाहर आए थे तो इन्होंने कुल मिलाकर ये कहा था कि एक अच्छा इनिशिएटिव प्राइम मिनिस्टर द्वारा लिया गया है। अब कश्मीर में आकर के डिफरेंट बयान देना और उसके बाद आज धारा 370 पर बात करनी, नंबर एक तो ये पहले आपस में बंटे हुए। ये कुछ दिनों बाद जब इलेक्शन अनाउंस हो गए, कौन किधर जाएगा इसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं है, जैसा कि हम पहले भी दे चुके हैं। ठीक है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जनसंघ के रूप में या भारतीय जनता पार्टी के रूप में ये एजेंडा था कि धारा 370 ने इस प्रदेश में बेरोजगारी, आतंकवाद, अलगाववाद, भ्रष्टाचार ये सब चीजें लाई और पूरे हिंदुस्तान से हमको अलग करके रखा। तो आज जब हमारा बहुमत था, हमने लोकसभा और राज्यसभा में बिल्कुल बहुमत के साथ उसको तोड़ा है। ये लगातार एजेंडा था। डॉक्टर श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी का जो बलिदान हुआ उसको हमने श्रद्धांजलि दी। ये आप उसके लिए फाइट करते रहे और सपने लेते रहे, हमें कोई उससे फर्क पड़ने वाला नहीं है। लेकिन कुल मिलाकर के ये धारा जिसका पूरा देश ने सम्मान किया है तोड़ने पर, तो मुझे लगता है कि कल को ये क्या बात कहेंगे, इनकी अपनी जो बयानबाजी होगी उसको उसमें ही डिफरेंशिएट होगा।
चलिए, कविंदर गुप्ता जी, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। लेट मी गो बैक टू Gursimran on this, because Gursimran, as far as the PAGD is concerned, they have been saying, and it was mainly it was looking at Mehbooba Mufti being isolated and left alone, as she was the only one asking for the restoration of Article 370. Majority of the other parties had welcomed the move, had said that it was a great initiative, had also welcomed the delimitation process, and the Prime Minister had also mentioned that we should go on with the delimitation process so that electoral processes can go back in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, this is the change in stance that is now being questioned as to what really happened, what really changed. All right, interrupting you once again, Gursimran, apologies for that. Ravindra Rana of the BJP is also with us. Ravindra Rana ji, you were there in the meeting. Sir, your reaction as to the PAGD alliance partners, they go on to say now they're changing the stand, that they're disappointed. Earlier when they met the Prime Minister, they welcomed the step, they welcomed the move, they said this is a great initiative. What do you believe that has happened in this meeting that changed the outcome altogether?
See, this is a political opportunism, I would say, and whenever they go to Delhi and discuss these issues, they raise their issues, and the Honorable Prime Minister on 24th of June convened the all-party meeting of all the political stalwarts of Jammu and Kashmir, attended that meeting, and they put forth their views with open heart and open mind, and Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi Sahab has listened to each and every leader and he was having the very patient hearing. And at the end of that meeting, Honorable Prime Minister said, we should work together for the betterment and the bright future of people of Jammu and Kashmir. And the government of India will take every step for the betterment of people of Jammu and Kashmir. And now they are again making some controversial statements. I think this is not a good politics. We should work for the betterment of people of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir has already suffered a lot because of Article 370. This Article 370 gave rise to the terrorism, separatism and sense of Pakistanism. How can we accept it that an article that was a conspiracy for, again, if there was a conspiracy for the future partition of the country under the ambit of this article, and Ek Vidhan, Ek Pradhan, Ek Nishan. This was the mission of the Bharatiya Jana Sangh since its formation for the last 70 years. So they should not create a chaos, a political drama in Kashmir Valley. People of the Jammu and Kashmir knows that the abrogation of Article 370 is in the interest of common man, and it is the politician. Those are making hue and cry.
And there will be no looking back when it comes to restoration of Article 370. That is something that has been made very, very clear. And we look forward to the other talks also that was taken up by the central government when it comes to involving Ladakh and also Kargil as well. So this is a wholesome meeting that has taken place. Ravinder Raina ji, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast, sir. But coming back to you, Gursimran, because this is how talks were moving forward. As far as getting back on track, Jammu and Kashmir and the electoral processes to begin, the Delimitation Commission had also been meeting. Now, if we talk about what the BJP is calling it as a political opportunity by the PAGD, are they really on the same track or not?
Amita, see, if we go by this statement, statement is itself a contrary statement, because on the one hand, they are saying that we will be striving hard to undo what happened on 5th August 2019. But if we go by the last para, the statement that has been issued, they are also saying that we want that statehood be restored first and then the elections should be held. And for that, they will be reaching out to the other parties of the Jammu and Kashmir as well. That means that they are also in favor of the elections, and they have given a soft hint that it is not going to be like that. We won't be taking the part in the assembly elections. Yes, our demand is that statehood should be restored before holding the assembly election, and this seems to be the immediate agenda of the People's Alliance for the Gupkar Declaration. So in a single statement, they have given a soft and a hard corner. A hard corner is that we will be fighting for restoration of Article 370 and 35 alpha, and the soft corner is that restore statehood first and then hold assembly elections, and for that we will be taking up the matter with other parties as well. So it seems that the PAGD has now somewhat understood the heat that the restoration of Article 370 and 35 alpha is not something that is going to happen, and that's why they have shifted their immediate focus to statehood, the restoration of statehood before holding the assembly elections. So this also hints that they didn't mark mention of the Delimitation Commission, but they said that statehood should be restored before assembly elections. So they might be taking part in the Delimitation Commission meeting as well. So this is overall what we are picking up from on ground. However, we are yet to see what
about the electoral processes there, which is yet to begin, or rather to continue and to resume in Jammu and Kashmir, Gursimran, at a point that there were political parties within the PAGD who had said that they will not be participating in any political processes. Is this a reason why that they have backed out and called the meeting as a disappointment?
See, it is not going to happen, because these political parties, they know that their future lies in the political process. No political party would like to stay away from the political process, and that we have seen during the DDC election when the PAGD took part as an alliance. Even Mehbooba Mufti took part, Mehbooba Mufti's PDP took part in the meeting, and who not took part in the meeting. So it is evident that they will take part. It might be a pressure tactics that we won't be part of the electoral politics, we won't be taking part, but reality is that we have to see the day when the elections will announce and the things changing in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir or the state, whichever is restored earlier.
Absolutely, because Gursimran, now they go on to say that they will continue fighting against Article 370 abrogation. They've also said that their disappointment is visible when it comes to the Delhi meeting outcome, because earlier they had been mentioning that it was a great meeting and it was a welcome step. In fact, they have also gone and to mention the fact that it was a confidence-building measure that was taken up by the Prime Minister. And thereafter, we're looking at many other incidents right after this meeting had taken place. Now, this clearly seems to suggest that when it comes to smooth functioning of political process in Jammu and Kashmir is something that they want to create obstacles to that part, especially looking at now the change in stance that has taken place by the PAGD.
See, if Prime Minister Narendra Modi would have promised them that they will be doing something in Kashmir Valley on the all-party meeting called on 24th of June, and it didn't happen, then they would have said it that we are disappointed. But there was nothing such. Prime Minister said that we need to move forward. Delimitation is the next immediate process, after which elections will be held. So there was nothing that was promised to them. So how come they say that they are disappointed by the outcome of the meeting? Because Delimitation Commission is to arrive tomorrow. They are yet to take part in the meeting, and they have made up their mind that what happened during the all-party meeting, it was sheer disappointment. Nothing happened on ground. So this shows that they have two stands. One stand when they are in the national capital, they are all goody-goody, they are all happy. But when in the Kashmir Valley, to please their voters, they are back to square one. They are saying that we will restore Article 370, we will restore 35 alpha and whatnot. So this means that our restoration of Article 370 and 35 alpha will be going to the election agenda of this alliance, be they participating as an alliance or a party basis. But this seems that it is going to be their political agenda from now on in the Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory.
All right, Nirmal Singh Ji is also with us on the phone line. Nirmal Singh Ji, what do you have to say as far as the PAGD is concerned? Because when it comes to cracks within the PAGD that were happening earlier, even before the Prime Minister had called for the meeting, the cracks and the widening of the rift continue right after the meeting also, because certain political parties welcomed the meeting. The other political parties said that we want Article 370 to be restored. Now we are looking at a complete U-turn, and in just 10 days, sir. What is your reading as to what's happening within the PAGD, sir?
Actually, with Prime Minister, they expressed their inner feelings also. They were very emotional there. But when they came out, that was their first reaction, and that was the natural reaction. Now this is the afterthought, because they had set the agenda saying that we shall fight for this Article 370 and 35A. You have taken 72 years to you can say abolish it. We will also can go any long. That was their views there. Now they had set their agenda at that time. Now because they are going to the people, so they are trying to set the agenda for next elections. That's the only. Otherwise, their body language, there's views with this press, they exhibit their inner feeling that they were satisfied there, and ultimately they had understood that Article 370 won't be restored, 35 won't be restored. We have to go to the elections in the post 9th August, 5th August scenario with the same agenda, and that they have set that agenda.
Right, sir. Absolutely, because the government has made it clear as to there would be no looking back when it comes to 5th of August 2019, the decision that was made, rather a historic decision that was made by the government. It is now the only move is to move forward. The only step is now to move forward when it comes to resuming electoral processes in Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you, Nirmal Ji, for joining us on the broadcast. Zeenat is also joining us live at this point. Good afternoon to you, Zeenat. What really changed in last evening's meeting? Because we know that in the span of the last 10 days, several meetings that have been taking place. Are really the political parties which form the PAGD on the same page?
See, Amita, we need to understand the developments that are taking place in Jammu and Kashmir after these leaders met Prime Minister Modi. Although after the moment Delimitation Commission announced its visit to Jammu and Kashmir, a lot of developments on ground as far as Jammu and Kashmir's political parties are concerned. Yesterday, there was a meeting first at the Farooq Abdullah's residence where leaders of the PAGD met, and then after the meeting got over, the same leaders went to see Mehbooba Mufti at her residence in Fairwood, and the meeting continued for long time. Now all the political parties come up where they issued a statement jointly under PAGD where they are saying that unless and until statehood is not restored, there shouldn't be any elections. But at the same time, you see Mehbooba Mufti, she has been saying right from the day one that she is not going to be part of any election process till the restoration of Article 370 or 35A. Similarly, Umar Abdullah, after he came back from Delhi, he announced that he will be away from any political exercise in erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir. But then in Delhi, when these leaders met the Prime Minister Modi, everybody addressed a press separately where they were saying that the meeting went well. But when the same leaders came back to Srinagar, they completely changed the stance, saying that whatever the leaders said to media in Delhi, none of them spoke to the Prime Minister as far as those terms and conditions, the guidelines were concerned. So Muzaffar Beg also said, the Sajjad also said that Umar Abdullah said that he was not even allowed to talk in that Prime Minister's meeting. Now that tomorrow the Delimitation Commission is having a visit from 6th to 9th, and on 7th the Kashmir will be quite newsy because Delimitation Commission is meeting the people from...
that has been welcomed by the Prime Minister himself, calling the delimitation meetings that will be taking place. That means that electoral process will resume in Jammu and Kashmir. However, making it clear that there will be no looking back when it comes to restoration of Article 370. But within 10 days, we are looking at on one side the PAGD, the political parties that they formed this alliance, welcoming the Prime Minister's initiative to call for an all-political party meeting in New Delhi. Now, within 10 days, the fresh statement that has jointly been issued, where they go on to say that they will continue fighting against 370 abrogation, and they call the meeting with the Prime Minister as a disappointing one. Thanks very much, Jeenat and Gursimran, as we continue to play out multiple reactions on this big story this afternoon.